Stephanie. Oh, I am so excited for you.
Well, I guess I have to say I'm rather excited myself.
All right, let me see it. Let me see the ring. Let me see it.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Oh, you must be completely thrilled.
I guess it's safe to say I haven't felt this way since the first time we were engaged.
And it shows you are absolutely radiant. And I'm sure you're not the only one. I can only imagine what Eric is feeling right now.
Oh.
Well, you seem a little preoccupied.
Maggie.
I bet you have a lot on your mind.
You heard, did you?
Eric, I am so happy for you and Stephanie. I can't tell you.
Oh, thank you. We're pretty happy about it ourselves.
Well, I can imagine jumping on for a second ride.
And some ride it's gonna be. You can be sure of that.
Oh, it's perfect. You and Stephanie are soulmates in the true sense of the word. You know each other's hearts. And I don't think you should wait another second. Now tell me all about the proposal. I want to hear everything.
Oh, well, I surprised her. I think I knocked her socks off.
Yeah? Was everyone really excited?
Everyone really was. Except for Grant.
Hi, honey.
Hi. I didn't know you were still here. I thought you went to the office.
No, not yet.
Is something wrong?
Well, I was thinking about last night.
Yes, that was quite an evening.
Yeah, it was full of surprises.
Eric proposing to Stephanie.
And Ridge crashing the party. He was here, I'm certain of it. Why he wasn't caught is beyond me. Last thing I'm gonna do is sit here and talk about Ridge.
But there is something on your mind.
Yeah, I've been thinking about Rick and Bridget. I'm really worried about them, Brooke.
Reg, look, I realize you have a couple of hundred questions, but me first, okay? Now tell me that wasn't you swinging on the decor at Chambers' party last night. Yeah. You're right, I probably don't want to know. But let me say this. You're already in serious trouble. Things like that can have rather serious consequences. What? Stop changing the subject. Just don't do it again. Yeah, I'm making progress. I've spoken to all of the suspects, and I've uncovered some rather interesting information. Yeah, we're close, pal. We're real close. But listen to me. Just stay cool. And stay away from Chambers, will you?
You're concerned about the children.
Sure, aren't you?
Yes, of course. They've been going through a very confusing time.
Well, we all have.
But I'm sure they'll get through it.
Yes, they will. They're strong just like their mother. But they're still kids, and sometimes they need our help.
So what are you suggesting we do?
Show them how much we care, how important they are to us.
I think they realize that.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. I just think we could do more, especially me.
Grant, I know they're still guarded around you, but we haven't been married that long.
I know. I'm just trying to find a way to make it easier for all of us.
How?
Well, Brooke, up until this point, you have been the only person those kids can count on.
I'm their mother.
And you're the best. But that is only half the equation. What about a father? I think Eric and Ridge have dropped the ball as far as those kids are concerned.
Oh, how can you say that?
Easy. Do they seem to be happy and as carefree as they should be?
Well, they've had a lot to deal with.
That's because you've been the only constant in their life. I want to share that responsibility with you. I want to adopt those kids.
Adopt them?
Look, I know it's a big step, but I've given it a lot of thought. Brooke, we can offer those two kids something they've never had. Stability. Two parents who will endure the test of time.
Grant, I know your heart's in the right place, but I really need to think about this.
What's to think about? You know deep down inside what's best, especially for Rick. I mean, he's in trouble. You see how withdrawn he's been? He's asking for help the only way he knows how. He's got a lot of anger inside. He's confused.
Yes, but adopting them?
Well, sure, we're a family. Why not make it official?
I just don't know how they're going to react.
Brooke, those kids need a family environment. Now, it's going to take a lot of explaining, but I can't do it alone. I'm going to need your support. And this is really important for all of us.
Hi, Mommy. Hi, Grant.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, Bridget. Hey, Rick.
What are you two guys talking about?
Here's a little Earl Grey, something else to wind you up.
Thank you. You know, I have to tell you, when Eric was proposing to me and I was sort of watching him, and I looked right in his eyes and I thought, isn't this amazing? He's just taken this moment and made this decision to ask me to marry him again. And by doing so, he's kind of seized the opportunity to take all of the unhappiness and the struggle and the strife of the past couple of years and just throw it away. He really made something joyful.
It's a new beginning.
I think it will be for both of us. There's just one thing I'm really worried about. Who's going to be my maid of honor?
Oh, Stephanie, I am deeply flattered that you're thinking of me, but you also have two daughters that would be very proud to be standing there with their mother and their father. Just promise me that you'll consider Kristen and Felicia.
Maybe.
Wow, you know, speaking of wedding parties, I wonder who Eric will pick for his best man.
Well, he's got two sons. I guess he could take one or the other or both.
I just wonder,
You're not worried about Ridge.
what if he can't do it? What if
Now,
he's...
that is not going to happen. We know he's innocent. We know he did not shoot Grant.
Yes, but the evidence is very overwhelming.
I don't care about the evidence. That private detective is going to find out who shot Grant. I know he is.
Eric, did something else happen with Grant?
It's just that I've been thinking there have been so many changes in our family lately.
Well, there's a lot going on. Not all of it good. But that's why you and Stephanie getting back together is so wonderful. You two belong together, Eric. Everyone knows that. I think it's a sign. A sign of all the good things that are just about to happen.
Well, I hope you're right about that. It's just that I can't help worrying about the children.
Well, of course, but Ridge is going to be cleared.
No, it's not so much Rich I'm worried about. I'm worried about Rick and Bridget.
You're worried about Rick and Bridget.
Yeah, I am. Maggie, so much has happened in their young lives, and now Ridge is accused of shooting
he
their
didn't
stepmother.
do it,
No, he
Eric, come
didn't
on.
do it. But to these two kids, it's so...
Eric, this is a happy time. I know, how can I say that with everything that's going on with Ridge and the company, but I have to believe in my heart that everything is going to work out just fine. What you and Stephanie did last night was wonderful and magical and meant to be. And you have to let that give you some strength.
Maggie? What's going on with you? Is there a problem?
Yeah, a big one. And it keeps getting bigger every day.
Sheila's still living with the two of you?
Manipulating our lives is more like it.
Well, I don't know how you can put up with that.
I don't know how much longer I can, Eric. It's been really painful to, see Sheila and James bond over this baby. Sometimes I feel like he doesn't really care about us anymore.
Maggie.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes, Maggie.
I have a message for Mrs. Warwick.
Me?
Your husband called, and he said he'd like you to meet him in the private dining room.
Private dining room?
He said he'd be waiting.
Thank you.
Sure.
Maggie. It's a pretty good sign, isn't it? I mean, that James cares about you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I have to go home and change, but I...
No. You just wait right there. You're not going anywhere. We should be able to find you something to wear here. Let's see, we're doing lunch at the private dining room, too blue, too beige, way too red. This outfit is perfect. You will be a vision in this. When he sees you in this, he'll remember why he loves you.
Thank you.
Well, we were talking about business. What are you two guys up to?
Rick won't play with me. He's too busy with his golf.
Sorry, Budge. It's the way it goes. Gotta run. Wait, hold it right there, mister.
Mom, I was supposed to meet Brian and Zach at the driving range. I'm already late as it is.
I want to talk to both of you. So please, come over here. Sit down. I'm worried about you, too.
Why, Mommy?
Well, there's a lot of things going on around here, and I just want to make sure that you're okay.
We're fine, aren't we, Rick?
Sure, whatever.
Well, I think what your mother is saying, that if there is anything wrong or you're having trouble adjusting, you can come to us, that's all. Look, I know these last few months have been hard, but we're going to get through this together. I would like you both to try and understand something. I love your mother with all my heart, and that's the way we love both of you. Now, I know I'm the new guy around here, and it takes time to get to know somebody, so I'm not going to push. But I will ask you to make me a promise that you will do your best to make this a happy home.
You just want to take over our family. Like you took over my father's company.
Rick, where did you hear that?
That's stupid, Mom. I know what's going on.
I think you should apologize to Grant.
No, it's all right. I understand why he's upset. Rick, I'm not trying to take over this family or the company. We're all in this together. I just want us to be happy. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, here comes the big lecture, this guy trying to be my father. Well, Eric is your father, and he will always be your father. and I will never try to take his place. But what I would like to be is your friend. And I want you to feel that you can always come to me no matter what. Now, your mother and I are going to be married for the rest of our lives. So I'm asking you to give me a chance. Hey, and you may find out that I'm not such a bad guy after all.
I know that, Grant.
Thanks, sweetheart. Rick? Okay, well then, I guess I better get to the office. Okay? I'll see everyone later.
How did you get in here?
Oh, through the door. I'm here to see your boss.
Well, he's not here.
Oh, well, when will he be here?
I'm not sure, Mr. Jones, but I will certainly let him know that you stopped by.
Don't you fuss. I'll do it myself.
Oh, you want to wait?
That a problem?
Maggie, you look absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Do you remember the last time we were in this room together?
Refresh my memory.
It was a very important night.
Was it your birthday?
No. It was more important than that.
Arbor Day.
It was the night that I asked you to marry me.
And what was my answer?
You said yes.
It might have been the biggest mistake of my life.
You think Hunter is that close to solving this case? I mean, he's been at this for weeks. What has he come up with?
I think he's on to something. I'm not sure what, but I think he is. I've watched him, and it seems to me that he has some scenario worked out in his head.
Then what is he waiting for?
I don't know. Maybe it's the last piece of evidence to prove his theory, but Taylor Ridge is innocent. I honestly believe that Hunter is going to find out who really shot Grant.
Oh, hi, Megan. How's everything?
Busy.
Good. Any troops stop by?
No, but
Great.
before you go in there, Mr. Jones is here to see you.
That'll be all, Megan. Thank you. Well, I wouldn't make yourself too comfortable here. But it's nice to see you, Lieutenant Columbo.
Likewise, Mr. Chambers.
A busy night last night. Well, of course you would know about that. You crashed the party.
You wouldn't ask me to leave the building again, would you?
It's a thought. But no, I want to have a word with you. I'm CEO of Forster Creations.
I'd read that somewhere.
Good. You should read a little closer. I do not want you coming in here harassing my employees, taking up office space without my permission.
I'd have thought you'd be grateful for me attempting to remove a dangerous criminal from society, you know.
Well, I know who pulled the trigger.
You're referring to my client?
Ridge. End of discussion.
Well, there's just one more thing we disagree on.
All right. Why don't you futz around as much as you want? Rack up all those hours and you hit the Forsters with a big old bill because as far as I'm concerned, Your whole investigation is a colossal waste of time.
Well, it's not your nickel, so don't worry about it. I don't owe you or the Forresters any loyalty whatsoever. In fact, when I started this gig, I thought my client was probably guilty. But Ridge didn't shoot you. We both know that. So do everyone a humongous great favor and tell us the truth.